should have fast forwarded a little bit.
It's good.
This is a
good intro.
All right. I'm going to pull up Instagram to figure out what episode this is real quick. All right. And welcome back to episode 094 of the OK podcast. Okay. Podcast powered by the Strength Co. I am your host, Grant Broggi. We are recording live from Costa Mesa, California. You know, I keep getting people asking me, Grant, you're in South Carolina. I'm like, do you not listen to the podcast? Whole point of the podcast is that you don't text me. You just listen to the podcast so you know what's going on. I'm in California. I'm in Southern California. That's where I am. And I'm up on, I might as well be in South Carolina because I'm up on Starlink right now.
That's why we do the podcast? So
that's why we do the podcast. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. No one gets offended, especially you, Mom.
Smart play. It's a smart play.
Kind of genius. Episode 094. Today's date is January 27th in the year of our Lord, 2026. The price of Bitcoin is $89,044.97. Homeschool brain working for you there, which means that we're at about 90,000, which means we're still over double, which means everything's okay. No one needs to panic. Don't panic. Buy the dip. Not investment advice, just advice. It's not investment advice, just advice. Bitcoin, we're not worried about Bitcoin. It's the Bitcoin podcast. We spend a considerable amount of time each week just talking about Bitcoin. We don't talk about Phillip Rivers' body fat or anything like that. We just talk about Bitcoin. So buy that. You believe in space, and the reason that I'm talking to you via satellites, then you should believe in Bitcoin. So I'm in South California, and my buddy, Mr. Jeff Buege, currently not in a drilling status, major type. He's coming from the greater Salt Lake City area. I met a lady the other day. I'm blanking not where she's from. I'm about to tell her part, but where I ran into her, and she said Salt Lake, and I said, "Oh, the greater Salt Lake City area," and she looked at me like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, never mind. Here's an OK podcast sticker. We think Trey's coming, but we're not sure if he's not. We got a storm out there. Let me tell you how we know the earth is healing. Okay, the Midwest, the Northeast, and Texas, and some of the Southeast got pummeled with storm and snow. And I want to hear about what Jeff did there. And also, the New England Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. So I would say the earth is healing until I found out that Bill Belichick somehow not in the first ballot Hall of Fame. I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot. Yeah, but mind blowing. So just when you think the earth is healing, that comes back. But it's Super Bowl time. We're getting there, which means it's the last football game. So you got the hockey going on. I've been tuning in the Bruins a little bit more. But you know what that means? Just like we've done it every year starting in January. Oh my gosh, that's when we onboard all of our guests. That's what we always do. We go football heavy August to January, and then we come back and we go guest. We got a guest this week. We got a guest next week. We got a guest the following week. We're a guest podcast. That's what we do. So a lot of. I mean, I just want to talk. I don't want to talk to the guests. I'm kidding. I just want to talk a lot of things, but I think I hit everything there. Real quick, today's podcast is brought to you by BW Tax, bwtaxllc.com. Let me tell you a little story about BW. I've been getting some texts, as you know, from podcast listeners. So you're allowed to text me if you listen to the podcast. And they've been saying, hey, it's tax season. Feel like life's getting a little bit more complex. How good's BW? Ooh, and I said, we're not doing a good job on the ad reads because he's the best. And so BW has been getting some calls. So we appreciate you. Okay, listeners, listen to him. Nice. Let's have this panning out. He said, yeah, we got a couple, I'm going to do the returns. He said, I got a couple guys, and he said 30 to 40-year-old age men make decisions that makes them think everything's complex. Like maybe they bought a house, they had a child, or a family member died, and they got some inheritance. He goes, but I'm not in the business of just, running expensive tax returns. And some of these guys have just told hey, brother, there's like 4 questions for that in TurboTax. Keep doing your thing. So that's the other thing you get with BW Tax. He's not just like pillaging your pockets because you called him, right? If he doesn't think it's a good fit, he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you, and that's why we love BW. So this podcast brought to you by BW Tax. Go to bwtaxllc.com. It's tax season. Don't wait until it's too late. That's what we always say about BW Tax. And with that, I'll turn it over to the 3.
Okay, hey, thanks, gents, thanks, ladies and gents, because right, new Marine Corps, hoorah, 2026, hoorah, Force Design, hoorah, okay, hoorah,
Sec War,
yeah, Sec War, hoorah, okay, let's get this kicked off here. Let's be brief, let's be brilliant. Let's be gone. Okay. Those are the 3 B's of briefing. Okay. So S1, what do you got for us?
That's you, Trey.
Oh, Trey.
Trey's not here.
Trey's not here.
Shocking. The S1's not here.
He's very in character. He's very in character.
Gunny S1, can you just cover down for him?
Yeah, sir. We pulled the Gov CC, the DTS profile and the hierarchy. We pulled that. We gotta get in there, and we gotta clear out these delinquencies. Remember, you have 2 minutes after you finish your travel. You have 2 minutes to submit your voucher, or we will start emailing you every minute on the minute until you have submitted your voucher. And then once you submit your voucher, you can expect that payment to occur maybe 3 to 4 months after that. So, we'll hound you to death, and then you'll submit the voucher, and then you won't get paid until you retire. Okay. That's all I got. Pending any questions.
Hey, Trash 5 here real quick. What's the point of doing the voucher if you're not going to get paid? So are we doing the vouchers so that the Marines that put money on their GTCC in order to execute mission essential travel get reimbursed? Or I'm confused. If we don't, why are we even using GTCCs?
So I'm gonna have to get you offline on that. I'm gonna dig in on that. I'm gonna get into the order and the MARADMIN and the joint travel regulation. I'm gonna get in on that, and I'll get you an answer for that in 3 to 4 months once it'll come back.
Okay, I think that's fine because I don't think we have CGRI for another 4 months. So as long as we beat it, and I'm not worried about the Marines getting paid. I just want to make sure that we pass the inspection.
Oh, good to go, sir. Don't worry. The binder that we have from last inspection where we passed, we'll just use that. They'll look at that and we'll pass again with flying colors. But we won't actually update any of our actual day-to-day operations because we'll still be closed 90% of the day for training and Chow. Those are our 2 main efforts. Oh, I guess also trash, but that too.
Okay, thanks, Gunny. Hey, are you drilling this weekend, Gunny?
Will not be drilling. Also am a combat marksmanship trainer, combat marksmanship coach. So they got me going out to do the range. Okay, they need me specifically to be on the range and not perform this critical billet that I have. When Marines are on deck and have questions and need things to get sorted out, so they can get paid and get all their proper benefits. But I'll be out of pocket.
Okay, got it. IPAC, I understand. If you're listening to this and you wonder, if you're confused and you think to yourself, oh, I just don't get it because I'm not a Marine. Whatever you just heard, we hear the same things and think the same things. Oh, I must not get it because I don't work at IPAC. But that's real. Anyway, I digress. Back to the 3.
Okay, thanks. One, great stuff. Let's kick it over to S2 as our motivated lieutenant here.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, staff. Good morning to my teammates in Trash Battalion. I want to say it's a great day to secure the trash. This is your Battalion S2 update. We're covering major military events, last 72, next 72, briefed by me, Lieutenant Johnson. PT twice so far this day. Bluff. Risk to battalion ops is moderate due to increased regional activity in in regards to the dumpsters, there's been a lot of cyber probing. We've been seeing drones going overhead. Key events, force posture shifts closer to key areas, which means that there's more people walking around not near the trash cans, which we're a little bit worried about. There's also more cyber and info ops going on, pushing U.S. trash escalation nationwide. We particularly see this with everything that's happening in Minnesota. They have a lot of trash accumulation happening. Impacted battalion expect tighter dumpsters at this time, less room for more trash. But I think in the next 72, we'll see an escalation of dumpster people picking up the dumpsters, which is going to help. Actions that I need from you: lock down your trash movements, all of them. Report any dumpsters that are at 90% of capacity, preferably when they're at 75%. And we will have the slides printed as soon as the laminator gets up and running again. I know this, like with my predecessor, they never got it running, but I'm like, sir, I'm going to get the laminator running, and we'll be able to laminate trash if you want, sir. We'll get it all done. With that, besides that, unless there's any questions for me, I will be quiet for 5 seconds for awkwardness. And if you don't ask me anything, then I'm just going to sit here.
Two questions here from the S3. Was there a weather slide that you had? Did I miss a weather slide? How else am I going to know what the weather is if I don't get my very dated weather slide from the S2? And then second, totally different question, but sounds like you're pretty motivated about that laminator. I think we need to get you get you over to that laminator operators course. And get you certified officially, get you that alternate MOS. Seems like you're squared away, good to go. Hoorah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you saying I'm squared away. I hope that doesn't mean that you think I look like a square. I PT very regularly, but I was going to do the weather slide, but I started walking up the stairs and I noticed that in each step they had the leadership traits of JJ did Ty Buckle, and I got motivated to memorize them. So I kept running up and down the stairs, and I forgot to do the slide. But I'll have it next week, sir. We'll have the weather for you. There's a lot of weather to talk about, but for some reason I was hyper focused on drones and trash. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Received, sir. S2 out.
Great radio etiquette there. Appreciate that. Okay. S3 brief. We'll hit our big three, our pillars of operations. All right, we got past operations, also known as POPs. That is, we were securing trash. Okay, looks like we hit a 97% of trash secured for last quarter. All right, now moving into COPs. Okay, we're going to continue to secure trash. All right, that is the main effort. That is our motto and also our mission. Okay, right, when we nest the two together, we find that we get synchronization of effort, unity of command, and we focus on eliminating the gaps. All right. And it makes us stronger. Okay. That's our current operation. Let's focus on trash, future operations.
Hey, Trash Chicks here real quick. I just want to say, if you think about it, trash on the deck is a surface, an empty dumpster is a gap. We like to take surfaces, put them in gaps. We call that synergy. Trash Chicks out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Trash Chicks. Hope all you're writing that down. Okay, write that down and you're right in the reins. Okay, and ensure that then you laminate those right in the reins, so they don't get rain on them.
True.
Okay,
why does everyone have a right in the rain in a meeting?
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. Okay, FOPs again. Future operations is we'll identify future trash, and then we will put together a targeting package with the S2 to then eliminate that trash. Once we hit the 48-hour targeting cycle process, right? We've got our targeting officer, Chief Warrant Officer 4, that has never been at work ever, but we'll make sure those targeting packages get to him so he can validate them. Okay, let's kick it over to the S4.
Hey, Trash Chicks, real quick. I relieved the 4 yesterday, and I don't want to hear from anyone in this whole shop. That includes you chaps. You just pray that you keep your job. We'll listen to our offsite chaplain when we go to outline stations, but let's just go ahead and 3. Just who do we have that called in?
Okay, yep. Pulling up my teams here. Obviously, always checking teams. Okay, yep. Offsite chaplain. Chaplain checking in. updated slides were sent directly to Trash 6. So, sir, they should be in your inbox. Don't know if you've had a time to take a look over those. But Chaplin has nothing else for the group.
Wait. Chaplin outside. No. Wait. Off-station Chaplin?
Off-station Chaplin? Nathan
Ekberg? Yeah. Sorry. It's in the, yeah. We got a white paper.
We do a white paper.
Trash 5 here, white paper. Sorry, I got confused there.
White papers are very executive, so we have to have the executive officer handles those.
Yeah, this is Trash 5. This is from Chaplin.
This is over Sipper.
Ekberg, Trash Battalion. Yeah, I had to log into my Sipper real quick and my token. I'm sorry. Some of the things I was seeing immediately were not safe for FOIO unclass. You know what I mean? Executive summary problem. Trash 6 conducts daily running and has expressed concern regarding the moral and spiritual implications of sustained aerobic activity. Purpose. This white paper examines the theological considerations of running as presented in Scripture. Key findings. Results are inclusive. However, Scripture does not address running with notable frequency. Recommendations. Daily running should be discontinued in favor of weighted vest movement conducted at a controlled walking space. Okay. Sir, do you want to look at a copy? Yeah. Let me. Okay. First of all, Chaplin, we may cover this later. A white paper is 1 page, not 2. Okay. You want to get a colonel's attention. You need to let him know that you can get it all down. But don't you worry about my running there, chaps. I don't think you could get a 285 on your CFT if your life depended on it. But I'll read through this and circle back. I'm put in the parking lot for now. Put a pin in it. 3, remind me to summon that topic later on.
Good copy, solid copy. Yeah. Roger.
Any other outlying stations?
One more station, check it in. Big friend of the podcast, Shawnee Shepherd, a.k.a. Master Guns, a.k.a. Billy Martin. He's saying 15 inches deep. I'm assuming he's referring to snow in Jersey. Plenty of sledding, but unfortunately, no driving today. But like Billy Martin,
you can drive.
Almost
you can drive in the snow.
I could sled.
Yeah, clearly we're lost without our 4, so we'll need to hire someone else. We do have a guest this week. He's in the lobby. I'm going to let him in. We do need to hit up our Spotify fans later. I've taken some flack over there. So thanks for commenting on Spotify. If you're not watching YouTube, then you wouldn't be able to see Josh Hanson right now. Let's see how he does. Well, that's why they call it a podcast, ladies and gents. Well, we wait for Josh. And since the white paper was on running, I will say I've been doing the running. So I am at 27 miles. I think I'm actually at like 30 because there was early on. I was like, oh, today I'll run 2.5. And now I'm like, I'm running 1 and no more.
1 and done, baby. As they
one
say.
And done. Has been fun. No, it has not been fun, but it has been interesting. I will say I was running like low and slow because I was worried about impacting my training. And then I was like breaking the 10s, and then I was breaking the 9s. And then I was getting into the 8 something. So I think I had like 12 days in a row. It was like 8 and change. And then I broke 8 on accident, like wasn't really trying. And so now I like continue to have to keep breaking 8s. I'll do like a summary at the end of all 31 days. I think yesterday I was a 722. Today I was working out at Camp Pendleton. And it's funny. Days in the Marine Corps means that you sit in your car a lot, and then you sit in office buildings a lot, and you have like the least amount of steps. So this is the first, I'm at 8,000 steps right now. It's at 8:25 p.m. So this is the first time this whole month. So I guess the running has worked for that I'm going to have to like walk around later. Because I already did my mile, but today I did my mile. I was pushing the stroller, so I think I ran like a 9:45 pushing the stroller, and I feel like I could have run faster, but it was dark, and I'm trying to do sidewalks, but like the sidewalks stop and start. So yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, I guess it works. Let's see. Awesome. I just see the dots flashing. Leave and come back. That's the Lance Corporal reboot. Try that, Josh. I mean, I guess it is working in terms of like I am getting faster at running a mile. I felt no impact on my training. I felt no soreness. I felt no like, oh, I'm beat up. I also think I probably will like on one Feb. I'll probably just go try to run 3 miles and see like what my time would be. But yeah, it's been okay. It's been like baby goes down. And then I just like walk out of the house. I'm talking like as the front door opens, I start the run.
Yeah.
And I was like switching it up, but now I have this like NASCAR loop that's like perfect. I'm just ripping that. So 27 miles at a minimum. I think I get a little more. Let's see. Josh, loading. Actual recording is higher quality. We're trying, fans. I promise you we're trying. Yeah, Jordy, just like make Dunkin' Donuts stuff go around, keep people entertained.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working with Josh here. I don't think we need to read all the Spotify comments, but one of them was on the running. What was the Spotify question about the running?
Let me see.
It was like specific to the running.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the context later of the anger of not responding to them.
Yeah. K Money Records says,
K Money,
do you think running 1 mile every day will get you to your goal 3 mile time for your PFT?
Oh, no, I don't. I think over the next 4 days, I'm going to break 7-minute miles. When I say I think, it's because I know I can do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to gut it out. Like to end it and be like, oh, I finished it. But I don't, I think what I did helped. I think I'm better off than I was December 31st at running 3 miles, but I would run differently if my goal was to increase my 3 mile time. Like I think what I just did helped, but this is if you told me I had to run my PFT on 1 Feb, I would have done something differently.
This is
in
not
January.
a training plan you would have rolled out.
Yeah, this was like, hey, sustain some type of cardiovascular base and make walking to 10,000 steps easier. And just like, hey, I ran a mile every day. Look what happened. Yeah. Nothing. But no, I don't think this will help. All right, we're going to try him on the phone. We're going to try Josh on the phone.
Hey.
Look at this guy.
Oh, hey, there it is.
Sometimes you just need a cell phone.
Yeah. It's trying to use the laptop, but just, I don't know. Something happened.
Hey, Josh.
Didn't want to happen.
They call it podcasting for a reason.
Exactly.
If it was called like video chatting, it would be easy. But when it's a podcast, it gets the nerves going and makes the tech funky.
Always.
Let me introduce you real quick, and I'm gonna butcher it. I should know you better, but I don't. But I'll tell you what I remember. Josh lived in Southern California, coaching swim, right?
Yep. Coaching at Irvine Nova Aquatics.
Yep, Irvine Aquatics, and then found starting strength. Started lifting with us. Got really into it. We're going to talk about your journey, how strong you've gotten and such. Started coaching at the gym, coached some young clients for us for a long time. So we usually do those on kind of one-on-one deal. Coached a lot of things, but like I remember that specifically. And then moved to Texas. I don't think it was just to work at a starting strength gym, but it might have been. But I feel like there was other reasons, and you also do that, but maybe I'm incorrect. And then been in Texas a while. Big listener of the podcast, which we really appreciate. Big fan of Strength Code t-shirts. Always is like a great guy you can count on to tag the business. When people understand, if you're a fan and like you're lifting Strength Code plates, every tag, every comment helps. So like I've always just like really appreciated him and his love for the Strength Code and the OK podcast. But first, how's the weather and what city are you in?
I'm actually in Frisco. Isn't that where Trey is?
Wait, for real?
Well, Trey kind of hops around.
Yeah,
but,
we never know where Trey actually is.
Oh, yeah. Also, we don't know where Trey is right now. He should be here, but
we
he's
actually
not.
don't know where he is.
We actually have no idea where he is.
I wonder.
Oh, man.
Yes, he's in Frisco. Okay. So you're in Frisco.
Yeah. So, I'm in Frisco. I was gonna be like, I'm right off the street. Trey, you know where that is, right? But, it's honestly not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I don't know.
Okay.
It would be good. It would be cool to get Trey's opinion, but like we had like an inch and a half. I don't know. It's not even that high, but I guess the worst of it is that it iced over too, and so people around here they don't know how to drive in it. So like you're going, you can't just slam on your brakes. You're just gonna slide. So
you're not from Southern California then, because you're talking like a guy that's driven in weather before.
Yeah. No, I grew up in the high desert, so a little more.
Okay,
a little more. A little more deserty, a little more off-roading.
Okay,
but I went down to Riverside for college, and then ended up in OC later on. But
man, I love Riverside. I like have this like weird love affair with the IE between. Like I like Orange County a ton, but that region, like you leave Orange County, if you went south, you get San Diego, and if you go north, you get LA, and like those come with things that like a lot of people from other parts of the country like don't like, the politics, the homelessness, whatever. But when you go inland, man, that region is like, it's kind of like the salt of the earth, but then also like I might get stabbed. It just depends. You got these valleys, and all of a sudden there's like horses and cowboys, and you go to the other side of the hill, and it's all windmills, and then you got Palm Springs. Desert people, man. I can't even say it because I feel like the valleys, like Morongo Valley, Jurupa Valley. There's a lot going on in those parts.
Yeah, for sure. Now I actually grew up. China Lake base out there. I assume you guys
I do. Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything there, but I'm familiar.
Yeah. That's where I grew up. So in the town Ridgecrest, basically only exists because of the bases there.
Okay,
but so
not a lot out there.
Not much to do there, but not a lot up there. So it was cool to get out of there.
Kind of like 29 Palms,
right? Yeah.
So living in Frisco. Is your primary job right now at a starting strength gym? Like, is that like what you're doing full time?
Yeah, not exactly. So I'm kind of doing like a couple different part-time things right now. So I'm still coaching swim at a team up in Prosper actually, which is not too far away from Frisco, and then I'm also working at the gym. I got the staff position over there. So I have 3 classes twice a week. That's what I'm doing right now. Just what I have time for. But still learning, training, hoping to test out for the SSC soon. But
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. So you're still waiting to get the cert. We'll come back to that. And I'm gonna talk your training history, but I'm actually a little bit more curious at the moment. You coach swim, like, are you coaching high school teams? Are you coaching college kids? Are you like throwing babies in pools and making them like not drown? What are you doing?
Yeah. So it's a club team. They use the high school's pool though, like the district pool. But it's a club team. So it's just, we swim year round, competitions all the time. I work mostly with the 11, 12 age group right now. But I'll help some of the other groups as well here and there. But that's my main bread and butter at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have a question that you can either run with it or keep it conservative in your answer.
Sure.
I mean conservative in terms of details, not in terms of like rip-it-to politics, but what is financially more beneficial to you? Coaching people how to squat or 12-year-olds how to swim?
Oh yeah. At the moment it would be the swimming, but I mean, I think if I totally just abandoned it and somehow got some more classes at the gym, it probably would beat it out. But so at the moment it's more of the money maker for me. Yeah. But and really it's more I guess oh yeah, I was gonna say it's more the like, because in swimming I do private lessons too, and so that's really where a lot of the big bucks come from, because you get to work one-on-one with people, and a lot of money up in Prosper apparently. I didn't really know coming
prosperous,
in here, but prosperous. Their football stadium they have is like a NFL level. It looks like from the outside.
Oh wow,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, I guess
how much money they got.
I was curious. Yeah, no, Texas is like that. There's pockets of Texas everywhere. I was curious because when you mentioned the age you were doing, as a dad, I get it. But it's kind of like there's probably like two people that I would pay. I mean, three, I'm going to include my wife, but I just mean there's groups of people that I think that you would pay extra to make sure that like it was a good fit and the experience was good. And like, I think one would be like the children, right? It's like, well, if I pay extra and I get this cool guy named Josh in this rich city of Prosper, like I'm going to do that. Or it's like your mother, and that's not even just like lifting. That could be like, hey, my mother has to like go to a home, and it's like, well, I could like buy this cheap home, or I could like get this other one. You know what I mean? It's like you pay extra. And I found that really interesting in coaching where, you know, you remember the gym a long time. You were like, great. But kind of what you're saying right now, it's like where coaches that have worked for me, like make money is where it's, you know, it's like someone really old that can't do a class. And so it's like, well, if you want to like lock this coach up one-on-one, like that obviously costs more. So it's kind of interesting. Well, why don't I think, cause I know a little bit, so it might be more fun. If Jeff kind of ask you a little bit about like your discovery of starting strength and your training at the gym and how you went from like, you know, swim coach to barbell.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, well, one, good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yeah,
interact with the OK podcast page, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. All right, good to have Josh. I know Josh. So like your swimming background, like athletic background, you swim in college, I'm presuming, or like what level of swim? Like, how good were you at swimming? You know, seems like you're pretty good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I guess I could say how good I was based on how far I didn't get. Maybe I'll put it that way. So the Olympics are like the biggest swim event, right? That everybody knows about. Oh, yeah. So the meet before you get to the Olympics is the Olympic trials. And for the US, that's like the biggest meet that we have. And so to get into that meet, you're considered pretty good. So I was in 2015, I was 0.08 off in the 100 backstroke from getting into the meet. So I was almost there. But but then basically at that meet, you have to get first or second to even make the team. Okay. So it's like, it's still going to be a long journey, even if you happen to make it into that meet. But so that's as far, that's like as high as I ever got in the sport, I guess. So in college, I swam.
So,
So college, I swam at California Baptist University. So that was in Riverside. I guess it was full tuition scholarship there. They were transitioning to Division II at the time. They're now Division I now. So it's there's been a lot of growth. Unfortunately though, this year we just found out they're cutting the men's team. So that was kind of a bummer,
bummer.
Yeah. But now I had good 4 years there. For Division II, I guess the highest I ever got was I got second place in an event at NCAA's. So that's probably like the best I did in that. So
nice.
Yeah, that's the swimming background. Yeah.
So then I imagine, I would imagine 99% of the time you're training for swim, it's in the pool, like doing intervals or just like distance kind of stuff, just accumulating volume. Is there any sort of like weight training, and is that what kind of then like interests you in getting into like starting strength and checking out Strength Co? Or was it like, hey, I've been in the pool, I want to kind of change things up a little bit. Let me go see what this really loud guy with all these barbells is doing over at Strength Co. How did that happen?
Yeah. So I guess I would say during my college years swimming, I was always like interested in how I could get a better edge on, in the sport. And so, we did some strength training stuff over there. I think, it was it's a typical thing that like Ripito always complains about, like a lot of the strength and conditioning programs, they don't exactly do the best thing that they could be doing for their athletes. So I definitely felt a lot of that just from who we had in the gym. I think they may have gotten a little better or worse. I don't know, depending on who you talk to, but yeah, I remember, we just go in there and they'd show us a movement and they just expect everyone to get it. There wasn't really a lot of coaching going on. Yeah. And so, yeah, I kind of took it on to myself to kind of, research more, look into what's out there and what can actually help me get better at what I was doing. I didn't really know how to quantify that at the time, until later, but yeah, I tried a whole bunch of different things. I don't know if you guys heard of the Athlete X guy.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. I followed his program for a while and maybe he has, I think he has a program in there that's a lot of like barbell lifts, but a lot of it's this kind of gimmicky stuff. You're waving light dumbbells around, and it was what it was. But yeah, I didn't really get too much out of it. But yeah, mostly for swim training, we did double practices like 3 days a week. So we're coming in at like 5:30 a.m. sometimes, maybe even earlier, doing like an hour, 15 hour and a half in the morning, coming back again for like a couple hours in the afternoon. And then
that's in college.
Yeah, that was in college. Yeah. And I think we would lift on the days we'd only do one workout. So we'd like lift and then we'd go swim for a couple hours. And then, so yeah, we definitely had really good like aerobic capacities, cause we're always moving. But yeah, the strength side of sports wasn't that well developed in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. But it's also then, like, so yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, did you discover the blue book first? It's like starting strength, or like, did you discover Strength Co first? And like, then you're like, oh, let me check out this book that Green's talking about.
Yeah. So that was kind of, how would I say it? I feel like a lot of starting strength people describe their discovery of starting strength this way, but it kind of just happened. Like it just fell into it, almost by accident. But so I was, after college, I was still training swim, still trying to figure out how to get better, even though I was out of college. But I was researching just like, what's a simple strength training program out there? Like what's out there? Just Googling. And then, somehow I stumbled on it. I think I stumbled over the grade book first, so practical programming. So I was starting to read that with no context, of like where you should even start on this thing.
Yeah.
And then you read it and it's like, it's like going through, I don't know, the book of Leviticus or something where it's like, all these Jewish laws that you don't know what they're for and all that. But then, later on found the blue book, was reading that. And then, I was like, hey, how can I implement this? How can I do this? And then I think it's probably a Google search or something, but it found the Strength Co gym. It's nearby where I'm coaching swim. They do starting strength. Let me go check it out. So headed down there.
What did you come to first? Did you come to like a one-on-one or did you go to a camp? I don't remember.
No, I can't, one-on-one. So I stopped by the gym. One of your old coaches was there. I'm forgetting the name now. I know.
Braden?
Braden. Yeah. He was there. I talked to him for a bit and then we set up a one-on-one. And then,
okay, cool.
Yeah, I got going like that. But,
yeah,
no, it was good.
And then
I think like I looked at my notebook. I started at like 205 pounds on my squat or something. So it was pretty light.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to ask you is like, so you're doing all the swimming, you're athletic, you got the discipline down, you're getting to 5:15 in the morning, like swimming twice a day. Like you have the consistency, you figure out like, hey, I want to do this program. You go to the Strength Co, you work with Braden. But like, what was your body weight then? What was your lift? You said 205 in the squat, but like roughly, right? Like no one cares like the exacts. And then like, it's been 4 years. Is that right?
So I started there in 23. So almost 3 years.
23. Okay, so 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like, what's your top lifts now? I guess I'd be curious.
Yeah.
Where'd you start? What's your top lifts now? Change in body weight. And then also like, what were the aha moments? Because obviously you got stuck at some point and then you broke through. Yeah. And like, what are some of the things that you're like, oh, this is what I needed to do?
Yeah, sure. So I actually did my video turn off? Or I don't know. You guys still hear me though?
You did, but it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So my squat, I was at 205, deadlift was 255, bench press about 165, and press was 85. So that's where I started. And then now I actually just PR'd my squat yesterday at 425. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Dang.
yeah. That was pretty nice. I kind of want a little bit more, but you always do, I feel like. But
yeah, you always do.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, you always do.
Deadlift, I did 455, so I got the extra 25s on there.
Okay, there you
press, go. I feel like the press I probably made the most improvement. I'm at 242 and a half. Of course, using your 1.25.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
plates,
had a. Yeah, no, thanks. But I was gonna say I watch a lot of people lift professionally and then like marketing wise. And even like a 600-pound deadlift now, like I can't do that, right? I've never done a 600-pound deadlift, but even that like doesn't like catch my eye, right? I have like no pause. It's like I see someone adds to the story, look, I just deadlift 600 pounds with strength of plates. And what I see is like, oh, they own a bunch of plates. I'm gonna repost it. But I've seen some of your presses, dude. And on multiple occasions, I've been like, dang, like, he's gotten really strong. And that's like, we've had a couple females over the years that have come to the gym and they've, pressed 135. And I'm like, hey, you need to like stop for a second and like realize how awesome you are, because there's like a very small population. I assume you weigh under 242 and a half right now.
No. So I'm a little heavier than that. I might have lost some weight recently, but I was like around 250. So yeah, I'm nearly body weight.
You're within pounds. Yeah. You're within pounds of your body weight. Dang. And that is like a big deal in the press.
Yeah.
What
yeah, for sure.
What's been the breakthrough with your press?
The press, it really was doing, and Nick Delgadillo has a video on this, but it was doing heavy singles, really. So like on his advanced programming, or it's intermediate or advanced, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. But he has you do both. He has you do a day of where it's like 5 to 10 singles, and then you do a day of the volume, three sets of five triples, whatever it is. But yeah, like really just grinding out singles. It's kind of like the Olympic lifts. They talk about this a lot, where you have to practice them a lot just because of how technical it is, how you have to keep it in that vertical bar path. Otherwise, if you get a little forward, you're done. It's not going to go. So, I think really just doing a bunch of singles is really what pushed it. Yeah.
I think it's probably where you have some advantage as a coach. And I would say I have this too. Even now, like I feel like I'm a little bit busier. I was deployed last year. I come home, I got a kid, business and stuff. But it's like, I remember in the early days of the gym, it would be like, hey, I'm going to do, 3 personal sessions from, 11 to 2. And then it was like, okay, I finished that. And like my first class is at 5. And it's like, so I have 3 hours to train. And you waste a lot of time, but you're also like not time crunched. And I think that's where like in the press and the bench, I've had this conversation with many clients where it's like, hey, yeah, you can get your numbers higher than they are now. But like, we got to spend a lot more time in the gym, because like doing 10 singles, like that's including warm-ups, setup, and tearing down. That's probably 60 minutes. It could be 45, right? Like you don't need as much rest on a press single, but it's probably, it's a lot. And so then it's like, well, what else are you doing that day? Well, I got 5x5 squats and then 10 singles. And it's like, brother, that's an hour and a half, 2 hours, So no, but that's good. That's a nice advantage you have. Okay. What's your next lifting goal?
Next lifting goal. So my bench is, I want to get the 3 plates. I did 305 before the end of last year. So hopefully it's coming soon. There. But yeah. Oh yeah. So that one, and then I got to finish getting 500 on the deadlift. I don't know if I'm just a bad deadlifter or something, but it seems like it's been a lot harder to get that one going than some of the other ones.
You'll get You'll get there. Have you done
Yeah.
Have you done that like 6-week program? I think I have it on my site. Baker's got an article on it where you like essentially go like 5-3-1 on your deadlift, but then you deload after. Have you ever tried that?
Oh, okay. I don't know if I did that.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, okay.
Yeah.
I really like that. I'll give a 20-second ad for it, and then you can do it. I have a YouTube video on it, like like how to PR your deadlift or something like that. We'll link it in the show notes. But basically, it doesn't work for people that are new, right? Like it only works for people like you that are like actually strong, run the program, and like now they're stuck. But you take your squat down to twice a week on like, the first 2 days of the week. And the middle day, you're deadlifting and you're pulling a top set and then 2 back offs. And so like the first week you pull a set of 5, then you pull 2 back off set of 5s. I'll just make up numbers and you'll get the idea. It's like 385 for a top set of 5, 325, 2 sets of 5. And then that means that the following week you're like 405 for a triple. And then you only up the back off dose by like 5. So you go up 5 pounds and do 2 more sets of 5. And the third week, you're like 435 for a single. And usually we'll say like 1 to 2 there. So if you're feeling good, like you pull a double, but if it's like a grind, you pull 1. And then on the fourth week, you go back to the 5s from 3 weeks ago, but you add 5 pounds, right? So it's a linear progression, but what it does is it allows you over the span of a month to deal with like much different loads while you're accumulating this volume of the back off sets. And I ran that on the ship while I was deployed. I still need to make that video. And I pulled 585 for the first time, which was like my goal for a long time because I'd probably failed it like 10 times, right? So yeah, it's pretty interesting, but that might be something. That concept, right? It doesn't have to be like verbatim what I said, but that concept of like making sure week to week you're pulling different rep ranges that allow you to like pull heavy and then come back down while you're accumulating some volume. I don't know, might be helpful to you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think when I was still in California, I ran something similar to that out of Paul Horn's book. He had like a 3-week cycle.
Yeah.
It's something similar to that. I don't know if it got up to a top single. It might have just did like a heavy triple or something. But yeah, that program was interesting.
Yeah,
same similar concept. Yeah.
But that one didn't work, so now you need to do mine. No, I'm just kidding. I sell Paul Horn's book on my store, Radically Simple Strength. If you're go to www.thestrength.co, click media or Apparel and More. It's over there too. You can get his book. I was just plugging it at our Starting Strength camp last weekend. It's a good read. In short, took Starting Strength, condensed it down to about 120 pages, and made not only physical strength or force production the goal, but also like, hey, I just want to like look better. It like kind of meshes all that together. Yeah, that's a good read. You got any more questions on his lifting, Jeff?
You kind of hit that. I was going to ask him like, hey, what his kind of next, accomplishment in lifting was going to be. So I don't have any more lifting questions. I was going to ask him some Chow questions.
Ooh, good. Oh, yeah, I want to talk to him about Chow. We'll do that next. And then I want to talk to him about his there's a lot of talk on the internet, not in Starting Strength people, not in OK Podcast people, but in the world about Californians leaving and going to Texas.
Oh yeah.
And so after we talk Chow, I want to peel that
circle back.
Yeah,
exactly.
Circle back. Put in the parking lot. You get it. Josh gets it.
We're really we're training some good future staff officers. I think
next year.
Yeah, I was ready for the staff briefing, but I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so all right, you're in California, probably eating some good Mexican food, California burritos, things like that. You show up to Texas. Are you a big barbecue guy?
It's been pretty good. I feel like I haven't gone as much as I probably could have, but yeah, definitely been to a few places. So one of the other reasons why I moved out here, my family. It wasn't just the Starting Strength gym. That was part of it, but yeah, I have my
we won't
sister.
Tell
Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of cool that I think this gym is the closest one to Wichita Falls. So, if you're a big fan, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
That is cool.
yeah. Yeah. So my sister lives over here, her and her husband, they have 2 kids and they have another one on the way. So, but yeah, they took me to, what was the name of that barbecue place?
Terry
Can't remember.
Black's?
No, I know
it?
there's a, man.
Was it near
Can't remember the
Frisco?
name.
Was it the eight something?
Maybe,
That's like in the
maybe. That
Frisco
sounds
area.
familiar. A's. Yeah, that
it's
sounds
something.
familiar.
Something. Let me look at 8 Frisco barbecue.
And I know my brother-in-law keeps saying
Hard Eight.
Hutchins is really
Hard
good
Eight?
too. Maybe
Okay.
that
Was it
sounds
Hard
kind of
Eight?
familiar.
Okay.
Could be.
Yeah.
Are you a big brisket guy? What's your go-to?
Oh yeah, brisket's good. I have a smoker too, so I've cooked brisket at least once. This past Christmas, actually, I cooked a leg of lamb in it. That turned out pretty well.
Oh, nice. Was it
Yeah.
lamb or mutton?
Lamb. Yeah, leg of
Okay.
lamb.
Yeah.
Costco sells them, and
How
the
unstarting strength of you.
things. I know.
Rip,
I was about to be like,
big on the
Rip, can you
mutton.
tell me? Yeah, can you hook me up with your
Mutton.
contacts so I can get some?
Yeah.
But
He would.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, the food is definitely different here. I don't know. I
Do you
don't
think
I
it's
don't
better?
I don't know if I would say better. Different.
I think that's the correct answer.
Are you too?
Personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen, I'm a
Yeah.
South Carolina boy with
Yeah.
like a big heart for New England and pizza and Italian stuff up there. But I don't think there's better food anywhere in the country than Southern California. Like in terms of like,
Yeah.
if you want the breadth and the diversity. But yeah, if you're talking local
Yeah.
Texas food, it's definitely different.
Yeah. Because I think the one thing, I haven't tried it here, but I kind of scared to. But sushi in California, you can't really beat that.
Yeah.
And they have some sushi places here, but I'm like, I think we're a little too far from the water. I don't know how.
I do.
I don't know how good it's going to be.
Sickest I've ever been was eating oysters in San Antonio. I went to like a cool spot and I was like, oh, there's like a river walk here. I'll be fine. And oh man, I'll stick to eating cattle if I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Got good cattle.
So
that's for sure.
You're a fan of barbecue, but like, do you have a go-to like post? You just did 10 heavy singles on the press. You have a good like chow plan for after you lift. You have a go-to meal or like place you like to hit up.
Oh man, people probably hate me, but
Sound like a Texan.
so a good Chick-fil-A is never bad. After a hard workout.
So good.
He's from
very
the
generic,
South.
No, that's not. That's a great choice. Like,
Yeah, that's good.
I love
I don't. I feel like I need to try some other restaurants around here, but that's always good.
No, that's all right.
Hey, seems like it's working. Those numbers are way up. So you found a formula that works for you. Might as well stick to it.
Yeah.
What are you driving, Josh?
What am I drive it's a Volkswagen Golf TDI.
I was hoping you were gonna say hips.
Sport wagon.
Yeah. I was hoping you were gonna say hips.
Hips.
Just have good
You're
hips.
driving a Volkswagen. You've lived there for over a year, yeah?
Yeah, a little over a year now. Yep.
Okay. So we're not telling on you to the government. Don't worry, the government doesn't listen. But have you changed your license plate?
Oh yeah. I did that pretty early when I got
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Well, why did you do it so quickly, Josh? Why did you change your California license plate so early?
So there was I moved here in October. There was this election coming up, 2024.
Yep.
And
shocking.
I was kind of, I was like, I should probably be ready to vote. And one of those things was, getting a new license and all that stuff.
Okay. So did you get any? Did you get any comments?
I got it pretty quickly.
I will say, when I moved from South California to South Carolina, I don't know, it was probably 3 months before I got my license plate. And I experienced a lot of comments, and I was like, listen, buddy, you from Raleigh, North Carolina, that's coming over down into my secession state. I know more about, I went to the school that started the Civil War. Shut up, buddy. And they're like, California, get out here. But the problem was because I owned a Tesla, right? And so I got all these comments, and I'm like, my other car's a 97 Chevy. Relax. But did you feel any Texas hate, or was everyone pretty welcoming?
No, a little bit. When it first got here, oh yeah, it's from California. Okay. But yeah, no, not too bad. I feel like most of the people that I was around, in the gym and stuff, they're all pretty cool dudes. So
that's good.
Yeah, not too much hate.
When you're stronger than that helps. Okay. We got a couple things we got to make you do, but I want to ask you one more question. I want this to be productive for you. I'm your coach at heart, but you've been in Texas now, over a year, coaching at the gym, coaching swim. I don't know, 5 years from now, are you opening a starting strength franchise? Do you see yourself still in Texas? What's in terms of what are you really pursuing right now? I mean, obviously you pursue whatever gives you the next Chick-fil-A sandwich when you just got to live. But what are you what are you after?
Yeah. So definitely want to get the SSC credential pretty soon here. And then, I've definitely thought about franchise gym, maybe owning one, or doing an affiliate. Okay. I don't know, eventually in the future. But yeah, one thing at a time, really get the credential first. And then, there's more opportunities to kind of do that more full time. That would be nice. But yeah, definitely in the cards in the near future.
Yeah, well, Trey's not here to coach you through the ad read. So, Jeff, you want to take that one, or you want to take?
Yeah. So
you want to take?
What's going to happen?
I did take some notes. I was kind of ready for it.
Oh, I love it. I figured I was like, we're going to do it just as tradition, but because we're big on traditions here in this podcast, a lot of traditions. Don't think you need the spitballing of facts about our beloved sponsor here, BW, and what he does at BW Tax LLC. But I'll kick it off here, and then Grant can throw in a couple facts, some nuggets. But yeah, BW, a true tax professional, knows the ins and outs of the various tax codes and the loopholes and how to navigate all the maybe complicated situations that you may have with your finances and your taxes. And you can do your taxes from anywhere. Doesn't matter, whether you're back in the Inland Empire, Riverside, if you're in Costa Mesa, California, or right there in Frisco, Texas. BW can help you wherever you are.
Yeah, I mean, I would say what I like about him is, Josh, I know you well, but I don't know you that well, right? You've come to the gym a bunch. I'd interact with you. We've lived together sometimes. But I watch you and you're a protector of the pod, right? Someone attacks me in the Spotify comments. You're immediately probably busy securing trash. You're taking care of us on YouTube, and you feel like family, and you can't get that everywhere. And that's where with BW, it's I can tell my friends, call them, and I know they're going to get that family feel. So we didn't want to give you too much information on how to talk about him. We know he's a new person for you to hear about. But with that, we'll just you take 20 seconds, you take 40 seconds, give us your best ad read for BW Tax.
All right, let's see here. Let me see. I'm trying to remember those 2 points you guys made. Make sure to sneak them in here.
Just make it from your heart.
No, yeah, we want your
from
version.
Your heart. Yeah.
All right, so tax season is upon us again, and you're anxious to get more of your money back where it belongs. Reach out to our buddy BW. He'll take care of you personally. Doesn't matter if you're from Orange County, California, South Carolina, Frisco, Texas, or if you're, we don't know where you are, like Trey, we don't know where he is. He could still call BW. He's going to pick up the phone. Okay? You don't have to deal with some AI bot that won't understand what you're saying anyways. It won't help you get what you need. You'll talk to a warm body. BW, he'll cut through all the red tape and keep as much of your hard-earned cash where it should have always been, with you. Okay? I've heard it said, BW, good guy, better at taxes. But I say to you, BW, great guy, even greater at taxes. BWLLC.com.
Hey, love it. I love a man that's prepared.
Love it.
Taking care of the body of Christ like a true California Baptist right there. We appreciate you. So we got one other thing that I'm going to do today, because I was down on Camp Pendleton today. Doing some marine work. So I was wearing the cloth just, 4 hours ago. You've been in the gym. You've been to Rip's gym. You've heard him. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. He's got a pretty good one himself. You're starting strength guy, no military service for you. But I mean, I guess there's an element of, I'll make an analogy so you can really take it from your gut. You go to Wichita Falls Athletic Club. You've been listening to the podcast. You've read the gray book. You've read the blue book. You've watched like 5,000 videos on YouTube of Rip saying stuff. You're watching me, who's like, a Rip offspring talking about stuff. Like, you have a pretty good idea of everything. And then like you go into the gym and you start squatting and he's watching you. And there's just like this weird feeling of like, oh man, like if I piss him off, he's going to like say something. And that's the same thing. Like, you're in the Marine Corps. You're a young Lance Corporal, you're a corporal, you're a second lieutenant. You've done all the stuff. You've gone to the schools. You're reading JJ Did Tight Buckle. You figured out Message to Garcia. You get it all down. But like you're walking across the motor pool or whatever place, and there's like a master sergeant, a first sergeant, and you just start like wondering, and you do something wrong. Your phone rings, you pull out of your pocket, but as you're pulling out of your pocket, you didn't stop walking yet. And the first sergeant's going to be like, okay, Josh, I know we freaking don't walk and talk on the cell phone. Give us your best. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is that it? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Pretty good.
Should I do it again?
Well, Josh, thanks. Yeah, do it one more time. Just let it loose. We've got to beat Auburn this year.
Okay.
I love it. Well, Josh, thanks for coming on. We know last week you had a tough week, and we know you're battling the weather over there. Do you want people to follow you on Instagram, learn about your lifting, maybe plug the gym that you're coaching at and tell us what their Instagram handle is and how they can come see you if they want to get coaching from you, your swim stuff, whatever you want to do. We got 3 people that listen. One's my mom. The second one this week will be Trey because he's not on the podcast. So there's 2 people.
Hey, he's in Frisco, so potential client.
He's in Frisco.
Yeah,
so,
potential client.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I forgot who the third one is, but
I kind of wanted to talk to him because he said he ran into the starting strength Plano guys at the farmers market or something, and then like I heard from them that he knew me and knew of me, I guess. But
I will. You will
Instagram,
100% in the next 7 days get a text from Trey. We will say, Trey, this dude's in Frisco, and he also has 3 girls under 2. But 100%, we will make sure that Trey reaches out, and I want to see a picture of you guys pushing chow or lifting.
Ooh, a little both.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
he likes Chick-fil-A. He likes Chick-fil-A.
Plug yourself, Josh.
Yeah. So, you can follow me on Josh E Hanson _lift. That's where you'll get just a bunch of lifting videos that's taking up space on my phone. Got to put on there. And then, I work at Starting Strength Plano. They're in really close by to Frisco, but you can follow there. I think that's their Instagram. It's like Starting Strength, maybe _Plano. Or maybe just one word. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it'll pop up. Yeah, that one will pop up. Yeah, we tag them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
we're open. We're always accepting new people. So yeah, come on by if you want to learn the blue book. Basically the gyms, they're the blue book come to life. So if you're having any trouble, check us out.
There you go.
Yep. Wasn't the
Josh,
wasn't the strength code kind of?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, wasn't the strength code kind of like the prototype for all these? I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, I never like to say that out loud because it tries to sound like I'm taking some. But yeah, we opened the Strength Co. and I had my partner. No, and I don't mean in a bad way. My partner Ray Gillenwater. We opened it together, and then he left to go back to tech, and I was like left with a gym. And then he was like, you know what? I think that was a good idea. So then he went and started the franchise stuff. And yeah, that like the class model, I think, was for me. The kind of like structure that all the gym looks like. I took that from Paul Horn of like, hey, we'll make these T-shaped things and we'll maximize space. But yeah, I think maybe the class, structure. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the official prototype. But yeah, for sure. I mean, the concept of like, hey, we want to like recruit people that don't know how to lift and bring them in and then have them run the program. And we do more than that now. Even since you've left, our gym's changed a bit where it's, now kind of like the 3-month mark, we try to shift way more people to open gym because we find that they end up lifting longer, right? Because it's an investment to pay, $400 a month to get coached every time. And it's a good investment, in my opinion, that people should do. But, I'm a believer of that. Like, you don't need to do that forever. It's like, hey, if like, I know Josh, a good coach for me, like you can make someone a lifter in 3 to 4 months. And at that point, if you're a young guy and like price points holding you back, it's like, hey brother, like just come work out in the gym and like, you don't get coaching every time, you're going to be fine. And you're going to have to do some research, look stuff up and find out like a program to follow. But yeah, no, they was kind of born out. And that wasn't the first. I think it was the 11th affiliate gym at the time, although I don't even know where we're at now. A lot of the affiliates closed, but yeah, no, it's if you walk into a starting strength gym, it's very similar in layout, different feel, look, same plates, same hip drive being taught. So yeah, it's all goodness.
Yeah. One of the only bummers here is we don't have your bumper plates. they weren't out yet when we have all the Alico plates. So.
Yeah, not yet.
Or I shouldn't even say their names.
Alicos aren't. Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good. Those ones are good. But yeah, I think we're in the majority of all of them. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Josh, thanks for joining the show, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
honored.
Appreciate it.
This is where you leave before your phone blows up and says you're out of storage.
Right. I'll delete some of those videos. Okay.
All right, dude.
See ya.
Good
dude. That was good. That was fun.
We're big guest people.
Oh my gosh. We have so many guests.
We're not rusty.
No, we're always having guests on all the time. It's what we do. It's our bread and butter.
242 and a half press, man. I got to look up, but I think
that's legit.
I think my best is 256.
Oof, that's also
legit. And no, I don't say it like that, but I would say like my squat, my bench, my deadlift. For those that like lift, like, yeah, they're very average, but I'm going to say like they're very average. To those that don't lift, people are like, oh, like that's a lot. You can deadlift 500 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever been like where people are like, whoa, you can press is the press. And I'm not lying. When I see that dude press, I'm like, man, that's it's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weight. So good job to Josh. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to take us over to Twitter real quick because I got a lot of comments that said sustain. Ooh. And I have not even looked at my own comments. So I'm going to do a quick scan of some of my lifting. It doesn't look like I've had a ton of comments this way. I'm getting 3, I'm getting 5. I was hoping something would pop off of like 12 or 10. Let's do this one. This is 12. Let me see. Can I share my screen? I think I share my screen. Look at this.
Able to.
Obscure cities in Texas. No, not that one. Kidding. This one. So I posted this photo of my truck. Can you see that?
I can see it.
Okay, and let me see if I switch over to the one that I'm controlling it. As I scroll, is it scrolling?
It scrolled a little. Yep. Okay, it's moving.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So just by truck, we went to get some horse stall mats, or we generally get these things in Wisconsin, and I'm a big fan of the button bottom mats.
Okay.
So mats, one, you want the made in USA, not Canada ones. Both are manufactured by Northern Rubber, and these are sold in like Tractor Supply, Menards, Home Depot now, a lot of different folks. But people buy from different suppliers. The main one's Northern Rubber, and they have plants in the U.S. and in Canada. And if they get short supplied, they'll start bringing the Canada ones in, which is fine. It's the same mat, but yeah, I've had over time where we got to run on the made in USA ones. And so we buy made in Canada ones, and then customers complain. So we really try to do the made in USA with the button bottom. What I don't like is the ribbed bottom. And I don't like the flat ones that are just completely flat. Like I love Home Depot, but at least at the Home Depot here, they sell the flat bottom ones. The button bottoms, as I call them, don't keep water under there. They tend to stink less because there's more airflow. And I've also even found,
that's a great feature. People like that. That is
people
a
want the
feature,
smell.
not a bug. Okay.
Yeah. And they also, I think it makes a difference when you're deadlifting on just concrete with a horse stall mat. So we sell horse stall mats in the store. We sell them in 2x2s, things ship right to your house. So you don't need a 97 Chevy like this did it. But anyway, I said, bought this truck in 2020 for $1,800. Can't count how many cast iron plates, horse stall mats it's hauled, or how many home gyms it's created, which is true. I mean, this truck just ran up and down Southern California installing gyms. Has done a lot of deliveries. Dr. My Eye, I think you meant to say stole this truck for $1,800. MM Golf Studios, Square Bodies for the win. Lawrence Lapard, Fix the Money, Fix the World. Says, need these for my garage. Who is supplier? Obviously, I linked to my own company. This truck deserves a legendary retirement in the future. So you build home gyms for people? What market are you in? I'm in the Strength Co market. That's what happens when you buy American, brother. The heartbeat of America, $1,800 well spent. What a legend. Doing the Lord's work like a rock. By the looks, it looks old enough when they still were built to last, and simply enough for a DIY guy to fix it yourselves. The pride of Flint, Michigan, union made. So yeah, that's what we got. Not lifting related, but some truck stuff. As I've always said, what I always say, what I'll never stop saying. I don't know. I'm for some reason, I'm not a guy that puts everything on Instagram. I try to put stuff on there to keep it interesting, but I like to tweet or post, whatever it's called now.
And I'll say pretty much all in favor of the Chevy. It was all positive stuff, pretty much there.
All positive. So we got, we're not a negative thing here. Everyone thinks X is all negative. All right, there's some positivity you got going.
People like the truck.
Yeah.
Maybe if we had more square bodies driving around, this country would come together and we could unite.
We used to be a proper friggin' country.
Damn straight, brother.
Everyone drove a square body. Now I'm like an anomaly.
Well, you're driving a square body, but who's driving that Tesla? Anybody driving that Tesla?
No one's driving. Elon's driving that Tesla. Yeah. The full self-drive, man. So the Model Y, I bought for D. I've had it about 2 years. Big fan of that car. I think you need balance, right? I think electric's okay. Everyone relax. I think electric's fine. I also think you need a truck with a 25-gallon tank, right? So you got to have some balance. But that's the family car. It's the car seat car. Excuse me. That's the safety car. We've had it. There's like the auto lane stuff where you're in cruise control and it keeps a distance. And
yeah.
I tried that, and that's pretty cool. This is 2 years ago, but the problem is you're in the South, no one knows how to drive, and so people are weaving in and out, and so your car's slowing down because trying to keep distance and what have you. And then every year Elon's been like, "Hey, try this full self-driving," and I've tried it, and it's it works, but it's like you're not comfortable. You're kind of on edge. You know, it's like grabbing an alley that like why are we going this way kind of deal. Brother, the new update that came in December.
They nailed it.
I can't even describe it. Like it is insane. And there's modes. There's like standard. There's like grandma. I forget what the bottom one is. It's something funny because it's Elon. It's like grandma. I'll just call that. Then there's standard. Then there's hurry. Then there's Mad Max. And I only go in Mad Max. And I don't drive the car that much. I'm in the car if we're all going somewhere. It's crazy. It is like it'll pass people on the right. Like it'll wait to like merge for an oncoming exit and then cut people off. Those are like the fun, like man things in me that I like, but like it is incredible. And I am constantly thinking in my head, my child is going to grow up and think that this always existed. I mean, if we get in that vehicle, there's no shot I'm driving. I'm not thinking about driving, and you don't have to touch the steering wheel anymore. You can't pick up your phone for a long time, but if you're texting me like, I am good for the podcast tonight, I can grab my phone and say, okay, see you at this time and put it back down. It's phenomenal. I wish I made money over my excitement, but I don't make a penny. It just probably means I'll spend more later when I buy my next Tesla. But it's actually every time I'm in it, I feel like a boomer because I just can't stop talking about how great it is. So full self-driving, we're all in on our Model Y. It's insane. And people have asked me like, well, how do you go from that to something else? And I said, the problem for me is the middle. So I'll drive the Model Y Sunday to go to church. And Monday I'm going to go to work and I get in the 96 Chevy. But it's so different. Like when you get in a 96 Chevy extended cab long bed, like, you got to drive this thing. Mm-hmm. Like you got to drive it. Parking's going to be like an event. What gets me is when I go to drill in New Jersey and I get a brand new Hyundai that has lane assist and like modified cruise control. Yeah. Because I think I'm in a Tesla, but I'm not. Right. And I almost die. I almost die. I leave those things running. I leave those things running all the time because in the Tesla, you just get out. In my 96 Chevy, it's like, you got to like turn it off. I got 2 keys for it. One works for the door handle. One works for the ignition. So it's, you're like programmed. You need the keys. Full self-driving. I'm a fan.
Now, if it's in full self-driving mode, like, are you also then able to like give inputs, or it's like, dude, it's like, it's easy to like, and then if you let go of the wheel, like it takes back over, like it's super seamless.
There's probably like a pound of resistance on the steering wheel. Okay. That if you fight it, it just gives it right back to you. Or if you touch the brake, it gives you it right back to you. Okay. But it could be full self-driving. You could hit the accelerator and it would just stay in.
Oh, interesting.
Because it would get the idea like, oh, you want to go even faster on this car. It'll speed for you. Yeah. So in Mad Max mode, speeding is not a thing in California.
No, 100%.
In California, you are just getting to your destination, and whatever the speed of traffic is going is what everyone's going. But Mad Max will do 85 and a 65 because everyone's going 85. Yeah. And it doesn't think about it. But it's seamless. If you hit the brake and disengage it, it'll pop up and say, why did you disengage? And I do this. I've done this. Okay. I did this a lot with the old model. With the new model, I don't ever really disengage, but I'll click it and I'll say, was that a weird intersection where the right side turned into the parking lot on the Harbor and Adams, and it was confused. And the interesting thing is that the people at Tesla listen to all that stuff. Yeah. And then it gets better. Like there are particular intersections in areas where I live where it used to be a problem I live in a house. My garage is detached. We're podcasting from it right now, which is why I'm up on the Starlink Mini, because the internet doesn't reach out to the house. My address goes to not my garage, but to like the house. So it's on a different street because I'm kind of like in cross streets. I at first would tell it to take me home, and it would want to take me to the front of, the neighborhood complex.
Yeah.
You've been to my house. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so I'd get to this one street and I'd hit the brakes, I'd turn it off, and then I'd go into the side and I'd park in my spot. And every time I'd forget because it's driving so well. And then I'd be like, oh, it's doing this thing. I gotta disengage. One day I'm anticipating it's not going to know. And it doesn't turn at the stop sign. It goes straight and it makes a left in the side parking lot. I'll take a step further and it backs in directly in front of my garage.
Dude.
I'm telling you. Spock fingers, baby. Spock fingers. Star Trek.
Oh man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Dang.
Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by Green Gridiron Green. We're going to talk sports before we bring this thing down for a landing. And if you're a sports fan, well, there's two people still buying helmets right now. They're the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And I got to go buy myself a Patriots helmet. I need to right now. I'm realizing right at this moment, we might be Super Bowl champs. I know the haters are going to say no, but if you like sports, you like your football team, you want to do a custom helmet for your dad's 60th birthday, you name it, you can do whatever you want with Green Gridiron. They are game day ready helmets. You can get the actual replica. These guys do the majority of helmets of what you watch on Sunday. So remember this, when you are watching the Super Bowl and you're looking at the little riddle bumper, the We Are All Patriots on the side, the Seahawks logo, there's a chance, and it's a high probable chance, that Green Gridiron did those decals. And yes, that guy is a sponsor of the OK Podcast. So go click the link below. Go get yourself a helmet. You might be South Dakota State guy. You might be an Auburn fan.
Auburn.
You could be a Boston College, Auburn, Holy Cross. Go get yourself a helmet. He's got 90% of all the licensing to get your sports team. Get yourself a helmet. Get the visor. Don't be like Trey. Get it on the shelf at your house. Post that thing. Tag the OK Podcast. Go check out Green Gridiron Green, Mr. Helmet.
Wow. Love it. Good stuff. Okay. Do we want to, let's see. Oh gosh.
It's a travesty.
Really not a lot of college football stuff going on. Transfer portal is it's closed, but it's a mess. People are still going around, but old Coach Prime is laying down the
fines.
laying down the law again, as usual.
You want to read that off?
Yeah.
The details, and then we'll talk about it.
And it's this is good. All right, you got to put that NIL money to use. So Coach Prime over with the Colorado Buffaloes has instituted some fines. So there's a little list of infractions that he published. So I'll run through a couple of them here real quick. You late to practice? $500. You no show to practice?
$1,200.
$2,500. $2,500. Smackaroos. All right. You're late to a meeting or a film session? That's a $400 fine. If you just don't show up at all to that meeting or film session, $2,000 coming out of your pocket. If you're late to a conditioning session, that's $1,000. And then
what if you're late to a strength session?
If you're late to a strength session, brother, we take all your money. That's the most important thing. So that's just there's probably some other fines. And I did also see the headline a bunch of him calling out folks of hey, these transfers coming in better not be wearing your gear from your old school. Don't want to see it. I think need
that's
it.
Genius.
And I did see there were also some other fines about like wearing Nike, like non-Nike stuff, since Colorado's a Nike school. Like you've got to have Nike gear on,
Dude,
Nike shoes.
I love it. I mean, we took 140 guys overseas. 86 of them were Godfather Organic. And I told anyone, I don't want to see a November battery patch. I don't want to see an India battery patch. I don't want to see, like, I don't want to, you are Godfather now. And that's even knowing that it's temporary, which I guess the NIL is temporary, but I think that stuff is huge outside of the fines. And then that was my rule. Then we chopped to 1.7 and it was like, you will only wear this 1.7 patch. And it was true, right? It's like, hey, we're not just Godfather anymore. 1.7. I think that stuff's huge. I think that the fines, I really like it because I think the players have too much control right now.
Yeah, dude, they have all the control.
They have all the power.
And
like if you want to coach something, like I want the Gamecocks to win, but I want Colorado to win because I like Coach Prime and I want these like outlandish things he do to work and then be like, yeah, see. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan. And also, I mean, Brady's got this whole bit on when you go to a college and you're not good and you're not starting, like he was at Michigan, a bad example of a school in terms of like making men, but he's like, you go through all this adversity because you still want to play and you're not able to be like, I'm just going to sit out in the rest of the year and then transfer. And he's like, and you learn a bunch and you're like a young man, you don't know anything yet.
Yeah.
And now all that's gone, but maybe the fines help.
Yeah. We'll see. Time will tell.
We do a $15 no-show fee. If you're enrolled for a strength code class and don't show up. And in the early days, coaches would, they go to their class. So the coaches get paid off how many people show up. So you go to the class. So if they charge the no-show fee, they get paid as if the person was there.
Yeah.
But it would be, Jeff's late to Grant's class and Grant's buddy's the owner, right? So in this scenario, I'm the coach, you're the client, and Grant's buddy's the owner. And so then Jeff texts Grant, right? He's not going to text the owner or the business. And he's going to be like, hey, man, not feeling well, stuffy nose, knee hurts, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh, Jeff, he's so nice. I'll just like excuse him. Well, meanwhile, Trey wanted to come to the gym, but he took his last rack. And I was just like, no, you got to, part of what people are paying for in the gym industry for a coach, trainer, whatever you want to call it, is the accountability. Mm-hmm. And if you hit them right between the eyes with $15, they're going to show up next time.
Yeah.
Guess what happens when they show up next time? They're going to get stronger. So like, you just got to like hit them right between the eyes. So yeah, I don't know. I hope the fines work out for Coach Prime.
I do too. Would like to see that. Yeah. That experiment there work out like you were saying, but okay. So college football,
but the travesty, we can go right to the travesty.
Yeah. Yeah. And like saw this headline and I was like, is this some fake headline? But old Bill Belichick, legendary coach, New England Patriots, yes, that is correct, folks. Not a first ballot Hall of Famer. He was up for, this is his first year of eligibility. I think got 40 out of 50 votes or something like that. Sounds like there's a little bit of still people that are butthurt about Spygate and Deflategate. And
such a great Marine Corps term, butthurt. No, I'm glad to hear you say it. I was glad that you dropped it in because I was in shock this afternoon.
I can't believe it.
I know I'm biased Boston Grant, but it is insane. 8 rings. When you look at that one thing that takes you from 2001 to 2018, and it shows divisional AFC championships and Super Bowls, but you have 2002 or the year after, I guess 2001 was 2002 Super Bowl. So 03, 9-7. And you have one other year, and every other time, the preponderance times AFC championships, but it's at a minimum divisional.
Yeah.
And then the Super Bowl appearances that he lost, I cannot believe this. Dude. It's like it's absolutely nuts to me.
There needs to be some like override or like veto clause where they can be like, hey, no, idiots, like he's getting in, like look at the resume. Why are we making this political? This is the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He should be in there. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
It's a travesty. Well, talking Patriots.
Yeah, buddy.
I think for the sake of time, let's make our Super Bowl picks.
Okay.
But I guess we can update them, refine them next week, I think, right? Based off how the time's going to go. No.
Yeah. Wait.
Yes. Yeah. No.
I got to look at a calendar.
Look at a calendar.
This one will come out Friday.
Oh, we can do them next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we want to?
We'll do them next. No,
Okay.
yeah, I think we do them next week with Trey.
Yeah.
So for the first time,
talk about the championship
and a lot
games?
of eps, and a lot of time, we're skipping Trey's picks of the week. Yeah, championship games. Man, that snow game. Guess my game was first, but I had my daughter in Patriots gear. My wife's in a jersey. I'm in a jersey. And my wife's watched me watch a lot of sports, and she knows like I like to talk to people during it. And I would just ask this from a lot of fans. I'd ask this to friends of mine that text me during the game. I'd even ask this from people on X that don't care about what I talk about in sports, but I do it anyway because some people care about it and it's an outlet for me. I'd ask it for my siblings. I'd ask it for my Gamecock fans. Could you guys just all join the Slack channel so I could just respond to everyone in one space? Like all the Boston Marines are texting me. High stress environment. It reminded me of the Oakland Raiders game.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. Really interesting football. And it was just fun how it just came down to, I'm not even worried about the field position. I'm just literally worried about not fumbling. But Drake May did it, and I'm right where I want to be. Everyone is like, Seattle's going to blow you guys out.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think Seattle's really good. But yeah, I was. My wife said, like, you're really nervous about this one. I said, yeah. I said, this is like halfway through the game. I said, the thing is, I know I'm privileged. I know I'm Patriot privileged. It's like white privilege for the NFL, Patriot privilege. But I'm like, when I grew up, you always believed Tom Brady could come back. And he did.
Yeah.
All the time. And now it's like not him. And I like this Drake May kid, but I'm nervous because there's like a core of me that's like, oh, we're going to win this game. It's like, well, you can't think that. There's like so many teams that never make the Super Bowl. Like you can't just think that. But here we are. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, I saw no. I was in a drilling status this weekend, so I saw no seconds of that game. But I remember like hitting refresh on my phone, seeing it like started out 7-0. I was like, oh dang, okay, like this could be a little bit of a shootout or maybe a high scoring game, or it's going to be, kind of back and forth. And then like just course of the day, things going on. And I was like, oh, I haven't checked the score. I was like, hey, is the Pats game over? Someone was like, yeah, it's over. And I was like, don't tell me the score. Hit refresh again, and I see it's 10-7. I was like, oh, I didn't miss much score in there, but dang, that looked like it was a good game, and just like it's the still image of like all the snow and stuff like that. So I was, and
the change. I think the change of the weather during it made it really fun.
Yeah. Immediately like gave me that like the Tuck game with Tom Brady, Charles Woodson coming in for this. It gave me that vibe. Just seeing that one still clip. And then also didn't see any of the caught a little
Seattle.
bit of it briefly at the airport. Looked like it was a great game, but I didn't really see any of
that. Good game. Really
Rams
good.
Tried to come back.
I wanted the Rams, not because I'm in LA, which I should want the Rams because like we have a lot of gym folks, obviously they care, and like generally it's like, hey, like I want my friends and customers to be happy. But the real reason I wanted the Rams because I do think that the Seahawks are really good. And I was like, also the MVP debate, I feel like could just be settled at the Super Bowl if you have Stafford versus May.
Oh yeah.
Those are like the two in the running. But good football game. Seahawks look good, man. They look good. San Francisco tickets are $10,000 right now. I looked it up, like maybe like my team's in California.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some guys that lift online with me at the Zoom. One guy's a Seahawks fan. And I'm like, what would that number have been? And he lives in Seattle. So he's like, I think like 1,500. And I said, okay, I think that's kind of where I was too. I was like, and I don't think it would have gone because I have like a wife and a baby to account for. But if it's just Grant living by himself, I said, I think 1,500, I might have splurged and gone. And when I opened it, the first time I opened it, there were $7,900. And I was so happy. I was like, I don't have to go.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's going to be a good Super Bowl.
That's good.
Rematch.
Yeah. Okay. So for listeners, for you, Grant, and then Trey, obviously now one of our listeners.
Two
things to consider when you're picking your Super Bowl team this year. All right. I think we talked about this earlier. The last time the Seahawks won 14 regular season games and a new pope came or was elected, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. But counter argument to that, I did see this statistic. So since the year 2000, every time there's been a Super Bowl where the game is played in a city that's between the two home team or the two teams, every time the team that's traveling west has won. This has happened 9 times.
Wow.
When and then like this one barely makes the criteria. Because you think like, Seattle can't be that. Yeah, it's barely to the west of Santa Clara. So they're just barely traveling to the east. But so far, every time the team traveling east has taken the L. So things to consider. One of those things is going to become false. So,
there could be a stat every time the OK Podcast records episode 094 and Trey doesn't show up. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Never know.
Never know.
Never know. Trey, you want to bring this thing down for a landing?
Yeah, Trey. Trey. Oh, he must be on leave. Do you think he's on leave?
I must be on leave. Probably getting a shoulder scan done or something.
Yeah, he's in physical therapy.
Let's see. What would he do? He would go, yeah. This has been, what episode are we on?
What episode? I actually don't know. Hold on. 094.
Yeah, it's 094 of the OK Podcast. Yeah, we're getting better at that. We've done it like that before. Powered by the Strength Coach. You can see behind Grant's head back there on Jeff's shirt and on my hat. And, we appreciate you tuning in, Grant's mom. And, hey, first I want to tell you about the Slack channel. We got a Slack channel. You can join us, a live, vibrant community where we talk about lifting, life, and love. And so you can just check out that at the link below. We also are brought to you by BW Tax. BW Tax, great guy, better at taxes. That's what I've always said. And what I say now, as Trey listened to Josh, is great guy, greater at taxes. And also, we're powered by Strength Co. Last I checked. Green Gridiron Green, Mr. Helmet. Go on there, buy yourself a helmet. Don't be like me and go direct to the website. Click the link below for that. And hey, of course, we all have our each and individual social media accounts that we regularly update and post on all the time. Jeff's actually live right now, as he always is. But I think Grant actually does post things on X at Grant SSC. You can go check it out there. And Coach, did I miss anything?
No, I think you nailed it.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Trey. We'll see you next time.